back to my channel, YouTube. Today is a special day. Today we will be doing an unboxing of the Google TV dongle. Is it a dongle? Maybe it's a dongle. I know it's a Chromecast. But whatever the case is, guys, who's ever watching this, we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Google TV. I want to take you along this journey. Today it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing the unboxing as well as doing a setup review and then looking at the interface. So we can kind of use this as a tutorial today. Anybody out there that wants to kind of figure out how to set your Google TV up with your Google Home, I'm going to be able to help you with that. So with that being said, let's get to the review. Let's get to the unboxing. Let's take a look at this. But before we do that, you know the procedures. Please subscribe. Let's get to it. Hold on. Before we go, did I mention if you have Hulu, ESPN, Disney Plus, Netflix, all of those are going to be housed in a one-stop shop, which is the Google TV. This is going to be amazing. Let's get to it. Alright, YouTube, let's get to unboxing this Chromecast with Google TV. As suggested, if you have YouTube, YouTube TV, Netflix, Prime Video, Spotify, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, Sling, HBO Max, CBS, and Stars, and it supports 4K TV. So, with that being said, if you have any of these streaming services, you'll be able to have this in a one-stop shop here with the Google TV, Chromecast with Google TV. Before we open the box, let's just kind of go around. Based on Google information, they say Google TV puts all your entertainment in one place, so it's easy to find what you want. Discover 700,000 plus movies and TV episodes, get recommendations, see where they're available to stream. All right, so that's actually good. Oh, and then it has a little bit. See if I can get this in focus. It says it supports HD, 4K, and HDR. HDMI plug-in, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. Works with Android and iOS. So if you're worried about, you know, whether or not if it works with Android or iOS, you'll be able to actually work with both. It's simple to connect. I have a Chromecast, so with that being said, I already know how to set it up. I already have a Google Home, but I am going to go through the process of hooking this up today, and again, trying to make this somewhat of a tutorial and get you guys the information that you need. I'm super excited about this Chromecast with Google TV. I think this is going to be a game changer, not only for Google, but for me and my household as it relates to being able to have that remote. I think that's super important, to have the remote and be able to flip through my different streaming devices without having to use my phone to beam it to the TV. So without further ado, let's get to unboxing this thing. All right, so opening up, it looks like we have two little boxes here, and the first one looks to be the dongle. Let's see if I can get that in focus. Good deal. Just kind of has a picture of the dongle. And then the second box, it looks like that's the remote. Get that in focus. All right. Can you see that, guys? All right, perfect. So put that to the side. As Flossie Carter would say, usual books and shit. Clock it and file it. If you're like me, I don't really read these instructions because guess what? I'm somewhat of a caveman. I like to go into it and figure it out on my own. You know? Now, with saying that. I probably messed up a few things in my lifetime, but I guess you can say I'm a little hard-headed and stubborn. But back to the unboxing. Oh, this is nice. I like the cable management here. The cable management clips. Oh, and this is new. It looks like this year, instead of a USB port, micro USB, this looks like this is going to be a USB-C. So that's actually interesting. Okay, Google, I see you. So it's USB-C to USB. Now, based on the reviews that I've done as it relates to this Google with Chromecast, I don't believe, in years past, we've been able to hook this dongle up. We've been able to hook this dongle up through the port straight to the TV. I think that based on the Google TV and the power that's needed to run this thing this year, I believe we are unable to do that. You're going to have to plug this directly into your wall outlet. So that's a bit of a bummer. If you need outlet space, I think that can be, hopefully there's some sort of update or something like that that can come through to where we can still use the back of our TV's USB plug-in. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let me close. Well, let me put this back in here. Put the paper back in there. Fold this back up. And let's kind of look at the hardware a little bit more. So open this up. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This is definitely something new, a different feel. It's plasticky, obviously, but this year it doesn't look like, in years past, we've been able to kind of claim it's been like somewhat of a magnet back here, but doesn't look like that. Okay, so, I mean, simple enough. It's just your dongle, right? You're going to plug your USB-C into the end of this, and then you're going to plug your USB into the wall outlet, or the plug-in that goes to the wall outlet. And then that's just how that's going to work. Cable management, you know, we'll have to take a look and see how that looks as far as my current setup. But yeah, this is cool. This is cool. USB, I mean the HDMI port. I'm interested to see how this is going to work. All right, so let's move on to the next phase of this, which is the actual remote. Let's see how this looks. Oh wow, it is super small. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to put this in an area so you don't lose it. For sure. Okay. Oh, good deal. Alright. Yep. Very clicky. Okay. Yeah, it's very clicky. Good. Good deal. Good deal. Now, this year, looks like we're going to be able to turn this on via the on button. I think this, you can program this remote to actually work with your TV. It has the IR blaster up here. So that's going to be interesting to see if I can get that hooked up. Yeah, very clicky. So let's just kind of go through the buttons. It looks like this is your little select tool where you can click on something and select, and off to the side here you have your up and down, side to side, and then the middle section will be your select tool. This is actually pretty cool. This is the Google Assistant. So when I press this, I'll be able to, let's see if I can get that in focus. So when I press this, I'll be able to call on Google, you know, and kind of give her to give me updates or kind of navigate through the screen. And then I believe this looks like the back arrow. So if you're ever in a particular section, you can hit the back arrow and go back. Then you have home. Then you have the mute button here. This is actually pretty cool. You have some quick keys here, which is Netflix here, and YouTube. That's actually pretty cool. And then you have your power button. I'm not really sure what this button is as of yet. But we'll definitely find out once we get to unboxing and everything like that. Well, not unboxing, but going into the interface and the setup. So looks like you have your up and down volumes right here, up to the side. See how that? Kind of clicky, not as much as the top, but definitely feels good in the hand. I'll say that. It definitely feels good in the hand. Okay, and it's super small. You know, I might stick a little piece of Velcro or something on here and stick it to the wall or stick it to something because this is super small. And if you have little children running around the house, that can be problematic, right? Let's see what looks like it takes AAA batteries. Interesting. Come on, Google. If Google did not put AAA batteries in the box, we're gonna have an issue. Oh, tucked off to the side. Right there. Okay, perfect. So it does look like Google has included the necessary AAA batteries. So that's cool. So I am actually going to open this up. That's a beautiful sound when you have when you're peeling off the wrapper. Alright, so let's go here. Let's go here. And we'll slide this back on. Boom. There you have it. Oh, and then there's a little indicator light. So it looks like it's shining because it's trying to connect to something. So let's go ahead and move to the second phase of this and start trying to connect this to the dongle and to our TV. So with that being said, let's get to it. All right, YouTube. The first thing you're going to want to do when you first navigate, you're going to want to go navigate to your app store, whether that be iOS or Android. You want to navigate to whatever app store you have. For me, that would be the Play Store because I do have an Android. So the first thing you want to do is click on and search for Google Home within the App Store. It's going to bring up this Google Home and it should look something like that. Now, with that being said, on this right section here, you're actually going to have the install button if you don't already have Google Home. I already currently have it because obviously I have my home set up already. So for me, it's going to have the open button, but for you, it will have the install. Now, once you hit the install, let it work its magic, and then you're going to go to your setup process. It's going to ask you for, you know, generic questions, potentially your email and things like that. Sorry about that, guys. It's going to ask you your email and things like that. So with that being said, the next step for me would be to hit the open button. Now, once you hit that update button or install button, it's going to navigate you to your Google Home, which is this here. And then you're actually going to, and this is, you know, everything that I have connected in the home right now. But then you're actually going to go to the left corner here after you finish the setup, and it's going to say it's the plus sign. Then you're going to have the ability to set up a device, invite home member, create speakers, and so on and so on. There's a bunch of different things that you could do here. But for me, we're going to be setting up a new device. Okay. Now, once you get to this section here, it's going to tell you, it's going to have two questions for you. Is it going to be a new device, or is it going to, or does it just work with Google? So with that being said, we are actually going to set up a new device. Now, I'm actually not going to hit this button while we're on the camera because what that's going to do is that's going to take you to your home, which will give your address and all that good stuff. So for security reasons, we're going to click that. We're going to skip that step. But just to kind of give you the information that will be shown, once you click new device here, it's going to take you to the home that you want to set up. And then that home is basically going to be the home that you've already created prior to setting up this new device. So we're going to skip that piece of it, and then we're going to go to the next section of it. Now, once you sign in, your TV is going to look like this. It's going to say installing system update, which is the Google update. So we're going to have to wait for that. And we're going to go through this process of waiting for this system to install all of the updates. And due to the fact this is YouTube, you're going to be able to get through this in a jiffy. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so once the setup has been completed, this will be all of your streaming services that you currently buy into. You'll have an opportunity to select the different services you use. So for me, at the top, you'll see that I have YouTube, YouTube TV, and Netflix. Those are already checked for me. In addition, I do have Prime, but you'll be able to, everything that you currently have, you'll be able to add to this source menu so that your home page in Google will be able to put all of this information into one stop for you. And then once you've done that, you'll just come over here and hit confirm. All right, gang. So once the setup stops, you'll get to this splash screen here. Once Google has installed all of the apps. At the top section, you have your search button. You have your For You selection, which kind of gives you everything that's based around all of the different streaming services that you currently have. Then you have your live section. Now on the live section, this is where my YouTube TV comes into play, because YouTube TV has live TV channels. So I'll be able to actually see this. And this is actually a plus, because I've always wanted with my YouTube TV to have some sort of a user guide or a TV guide rather. And just using the phone, it's, you have the guide there, but you can actually scroll over in this feature to see what's coming up next, versus on the phone. That can be a little difficult to kind of see what's coming on next. But again, this is actually innovative new software, and I am happy to have this Google TV at my disposal. Now, if I go over to the right again, you have movies. This is all of your movie selections. Then you have your shows. Again, all of this information is geared around all of the streaming services that you currently have. So everything that you currently are buying into on a monthly basis will be shown on this interface. Then if I scroll over, then you have all of your apps. So if I want to look at it strictly from an app view, I can look at it from the app view here. This is a super nice interface. And then you have your library. So as you start to put things in your watch list, or as you start to put things in your watch list on other platforms, then your watch list will grow here in this library. I think it's probably just taking Google a little bit of time, because I have a lot of things on my watch list. So hopefully within the next few days, as Google gets acclimated to all of my services and how I view them, and try to intuitively create my watch list based on my other streaming services that I'm buying into, this watch list should grow within this menu. Well, there you have it, folks. That has been my unboxing and review of the Google TV. I am super excited about the addition to my home. I think I'm going to be very, very pleased with the outcome and how the interface works and things of that effect. But as always, be safe out there. Peace.